So heading to Andamooka, and it's an opal mining town, and you can just see all these little mounds everywhere where they've dug down to look for opals. Look at them all. It's kind of like a smaller version of Copley. My first time in this little opal town. All these shacks just scattered up on the hills. It's actually quite big. I'm surprised at how big this is. I wonder if they live in the ground like they do at Copley here. All the houses seem to be on top. All the old machinery there. So here's a bit of a map showing us where we were. We're over here at Kinguna, and we've come up, crossed over, went on the highway, crossed over through this. All this is Woomera, and we're come along over to Mount Eber, and then we've gone up to through the dog fence and into, what was it again, Billicolina up there, and then we started travelling down, back down this way towards Olympic Dam in Roxby. We've shot across to Andamooka now, and now we're going to continue on up into Mulgaria around the top of Lake Torrens, and then we're going to beeline it across to Farina, down this way over to Copley, and then we're heading over towards the Gammon Ranges and have a bit of fun there over to Arkaroola. So there we go. That's a little bit of a map. Simpson Desert right up the top, the Unadilla track, and that's about it. That's what we're doing. We left Andamooka and we're heading towards Mulgaria station. Tom and Brendan just stopped down the bottom there as Tom's jerry can had fallen off. I'll try and find where they are. And there they are, way in the distance. Whoa. This track is really, really rocky. So, you know, these big size rocks, these ones here everywhere, and you hit them hard enough with this kind of load and you dent a rim or get a flat, as you can see. So we've got another at least 2 or 3 hours of riding, and see if we can get through Mulgaria and maybe up into Wichalina and then near Farina, and that's where we might pull up and camp for the night. Oh, Brendan won't be happy. There's not many trees out here to tie his hammock to. He's going to have to go on the bivvy, sleep on the ground. Yeah, so that's it. I've got the additional 8 litres of fuel, the bladder there, just in case one of us need it, as yeah, we're in some serious remote areas now between fuel. So that's it. I'll talk to you soon. So on this track north of Andamooka, heading to Mulgaria homestead, and we found ourselves back in a little sandy track with some decent little dunes, that reddish deep sand. Your bike's working, I'm working. Shit. Whoa, whoa, there we go. Just coming up to this abandoned opal mine we're going to have a look at. There we go. There we go. I don't know what it is. Looks like it's actually a bit of shelter. Someone's built this. It's like an old fridge in here. A bit of a shelf. That's pretty cool. They just dug it in the side of this mound. 20th of the 11th, 1977. HBH. Well done. Not bad at all. Oh. And that's that. Just sunk all the mines there. Very tempting to ride around through there, but danger, danger, Will Robinson. Yeah. Stay on track. Looks like it. There's a full drive track here, recent. As it would be known, I have a flat back tyre. So we're about 10 or 15 kilometres short of a homestead. So we're hoping that we can put some air in it quickly, ride a bit more, get to the homestead where they may have, will be easier changing a tyre there than it will be, or change one here on the side of the road. Alright, let's put some air in. Well, we've given it a few minutes. It's still reading 0. I believe that this tube is rooted, and we're going to have to take it off and change it. So we have the back wheel off, new tube in there. I'm just going to whack a bit of air in. I want to show you this pinch on this tyre. There it is there. 1, 2. You can see it there. Bang. 27 psi went down like a flash. So we're just going to pump this up just to give it a fraction, 5 or psi, just to let the tube inside seat. Right, mate. Yeah. And there's the poor bloke laid over. Well, the Kato is back upright, and it has some air in the back tyre now, so we are moving on to Mulgaria homestead, and there we'll try and source another 18-inch rear tube as a spare. We've got plenty of 21s, but not many 18s. We are back off and moving to the homestead. Rear tyre feels good again, not so squirmish, and it has 30 psi, so a little bit high for sand, but not too bad for all these rocks. We had 27 before. Anyway, my big fat ass and all the gear in the back, just too much for it. I'll have to really take it easy now. Well, I've been looking for the boys for a while, and As I cut the car up the road, I thought I'd come back to see what's going on in there. Mustering cattle. So I better join in on the fun. Looks like I'll bring them in on this side a bit. How good. How you doing, mate? Oh, you're Rob. G'day, I'm Craig.
Okay, Craig.
How you going?
Good. See this post here?
Yeah.
We're going to turn them around that post and put them back in that yard.
Let's do it. I was wondering where you guys were.
He pulled up, he goes, stop. He goes, can you go and get those cows?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha, mate. I didn't see, no. Like, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they've gone around the post, and now we just got to get them up in there. I've got the lead guy up here on the DRZ. He knows where they put them. I'll just keep him on this side. How good's this? Oh, this is great. Now, yeah, I just met him. He just came up and introduced himself, so it's good. Now we're mustering. Yes. Wow. I'll let you finish your shit and then we can. Well, here we are assisting the property owner with some mustering, getting him up into a pen up there. Look at that, we're all in a line. Got this little potty calf there. Ooh, they're all milling at us. Keep going, boys and girls. Gee, that one's nice and fat. I wonder if that's pregnant. Oh yeah, but geez, it looks fatter than usual. Very wide, yeah. Well, this is just like the M5 highway on the in the city. You've got about 10 lanes converging down to 2. I think we're done here. I'm gonna hop off and watch the professionals do it. We are now. And that's it. They've got all the cattle in the pen. That's where they wanted them. Well, we're just following the owner back to the homestead after giving him a hand with the mustering of that cattle, as you would have seen. And the sun's dropping down behind us, and yeah, it's very beautiful. Just love it. He did say it was great timing because the two of them were working hard to get all those cattle in the pen. They would have done it, but he said with our assistance it got done a lot quicker. So now I can tick off mustering cattle. I'm really ticking some boxes here. Shearing sheep, mustering cattle. This is quite an outback adventure. Well, after helping old mate doing a bit of mustering, he's offered us the illustrious accommodation which is behind us, which is a million times better than a tent, and we'll go and have a look. So we're at Mulgaria, and like all the other properties out here, yes, it is dry and there's not much around, but it's a working station. We just mustered the cattle, as you would have seen. The bikes are parked underneath, a bit of shelter, and let's go in and have a look. He's a fantastic bloke, very accommodating, as they all are out here. So this is obviously the working quarters. You've got a working bathroom there and a bedroom to the left. So you come down the hallway, and kitchen. Out the back through there is the backyard with the cows. Lovely little cows. And we'll come in here, and that goes through to the lounge room. And I've commandeered this bedroom with a nice bed for the first time in a week, so that's good. And we're going to have a shower and then go up and have a beer with Rod. So that's where we're staying. There are our digs for tonight. Well, we're about to leave this morning, and the rear wheel of the KTM was flat again. So we pulled it off, wondering what's going on, and this is what was left of the rim tape inside the rim. So we've manufactured our own, found a bit of rubber, disused rubber, and cut it up to resemble some kind of rim tape. And that should work. I'm going to put the tyre back on now and see how we go. Back tyre has been repaired. Got it back on the bike. We're about an hour behind at the moment, which is not too bad. And we're on our way to Farina. Alright. The map's up. Okay, so it's back up. Right hand turn. We're on our way. Got a swimming pool here, just up the top there at the property. It was a good night. Rob and his son Trav, thanks for the bed, thanks for the feed, and if you're ever in Sydney, I'll say hello. Welcome to day 7. We've fixed a couple of punctures in the rear wheel, and we've left Mulgaria. We're heading along a road pretty much due east. Got to go through Wichalina and then on to Farina. So let's keep going. I'll talk to you guys soon. We just fixed another flat. That's the 3rd flat on this rear tyre, and you would have seen earlier that we thought it was the the rim tape that was the problem, but after having this third flat we realised that it's probably not. Yes, the tape did disintegrate, and the tube was pushing up against the spoke nuts or whatever they are, so we did need to replace that. However, from the first pinch, the tyre on the inside was damaged, and we believe that there might be some wire or some kind of beading in the tyre that's causing these punctures, because the last two tubes, identical positions, identical scrape marks, identical puncture wounds. So anyway, we patched the tyre. I put a patch on patched the tube. I also put a patch on the inside of the tyre to where the scrape mark is. So I'm a bit surprised that this tyre's done this, because they're decent tyres, and for that to fail on the inside is a bit of a concern. So yeah, so patch the tyre, patch the inside of the tyre, patch the tube. We also put 100 mile an hour or cloth tape all over that area. Put the tube back in the same spot so the patches are pushing against each other, the tape's there. We pumped it up to 33 psi. We've done 20 odd K since that, and it's staying up. So, you know, it's not the best of places to have flat after flat out here, but you know, that's adventure riding. You know, we thought the tube was rubbing up against the spokes, which it wasn't, and we've worked out the problem, and hopefully now we've fixed it. We'll see how we go. Time will tell. Now, we're not far. What are we? We're about 10 kilometres from Farina and onto the main track, which will make a right hand turn and head down towards Lyndhurst and then onto Copley. Alright, that's the latest update on this ride. I'm forever watching the tyre pressure sensor now, the monitoring, to see what happens with the pressure. I'll see you further on. We're just arriving at the historical town of Farina. Once a quite busy and bustling town. I think maybe when the Garn used to come through here, it was very busy, whereas now it's obviously ruins, and quite interesting though. There's this old signpost. I've seen quite a few properties scattered around here, or buildings. That was the post office. Closed in 1960, I think I read there. Look at the old grader. Awesome building work. And look at all that stone, how it's laid. There was a bush nursing hospital at a time. Just coming over to see what this building is, which is half out and half in the ground. And it is the Underground Bakery, 1882. There you go. I have no idea why the building is semi-submerged. I guess this is where the big oven is. Is it better for baking? I don't know. Someone out there will know. Okay, we've just pulled into Copley, got some fuel, and when I was about to take off from the Bowser, I went to put it in gear and I just heard this. I looked down and that's what happened. Our gear leader just came off the nut, or the bolt that was holding it on in there. Obviously it was rattled loose, come out and fallen off. Lucky it happened here and not in the middle of nowhere. I do have spare bolts and nuts, and old mate's just doing a bit of work inside the workshop here at Cook's Outback Motors in Copley, and we'll see if we can get a nut. The spline looks pretty good. I don't say hasn't been loose. It's a tapered spline. I haven't seen one of those before. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Certainly the Kato's give me enough work on this trip, making sure with the rear tyre, the clutch, and now the gear lever. Yeah. Alright, we'll get this back together and get back on the road. Well, Darren from Cook's Outback Motors, he's helped me. I put a new nut in there and put some Loctite on there. It's in the same position, so thanks very much. Good guy, good guy. And now I'll head down to the other two who are feeding their faces on Kwangdong pies or something. I have to try and find them. Nice old pub. Here we go.